is in this little pamphlet. Um, and yeah, it's something I give to my coaches, and they seem to find it very helpful. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So throughout this training, refs are going to understand Olympic handball, the rules, the regulation, team handball, the objective of it, and positions. So let's start off with the court and player positions. So the court dimensions usually 40 meters times 20 meters, so 131 feet, 65 feet. However, since we are doing 4 courts in a typical middle school basketball gymnasium,
Back to back.
yeah, pretty much it's just gonna be like 1 court horizontal, like half courts, like the
Yeah, the net should be packed.
yeah. So just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games happening all at one time. Goalie area 6 meters, about 19 feet. A lot of these are like Olympic standards. However, it's a bit smaller than that. I don't know if you guys saw walking in. There is a net outside.
Yeah.
That's the net that we're going to be using. So roughly around that size. Free throw line 9 meters. So free throw line is always going to be 3 meters where the goalie's area is. So if the goalie area is right here at this table mark, it's 3 meters behind it. Penalty line, 7 meters. This is where anytime a player commits a foul that results in a penalty, or a certain amount of fouls that result in a penalty, they will shoot their penalty goal from this line. Goalkeeper line, 4 meters. It's typically just from the net to where we call it the forbidden zone. It's where students cannot walk into. So it's 4 meters from the net to the forbidden zone. So that's pretty much all that it covers. There is 7 positions in the game. However, with the amount of space we have, we run it to 6. So you really don't have to worry about the pivot position. However, 1 goalkeeper, 2 wings, 1 center, middle back, playmaker, and then 2 backcourt finishers. So typically the pivot is used to create spaces. Typically the one who's the most springy, jumpy, for a lot of jump shots. However, we don't have a pivot, but you will see certain teams come up with their own kind of pivot. But yeah, we only run 6 positions throughout the entire season. So this is just a preview of what to expect. This right here, the forbidden zone. So this right here would be the forbidden zone. So if you would see someone cross it, it would result in a foul. Well, a penalty shot. It looks a little bit different in person, but however, in our gymnasium, we're gonna have gym tape all around, pretty much like caution tape, stick to the floor, so that way everyone's able to see if a player has crossed it or not. So allowed, not allowed, and consequences. I'll give you some time to look at that. However, in the attack with the ball, what is allowed, you can throw and catch the ball using your arms and hands. You can pass the ball to a teammate. You could only take a max of 3 steps with the ball. You can bounce the ball with 1 hand, catch it again. Play outside the goal area. If you cross it, it's a penalty. If you touch the ball in air above the goal area, you can break through the defense, and you can also put the ball on the floor when the referee takes the ball possession away. So a lot of the main rules of Olympic handball is the 3 steps. We call it the 3-3 rule. So 3 steps, If I have the ball, I could go 1, 2, 3. That's it. But if I'm trapped right here, I could take 1 dribble and another 3 steps. If I take more than 3, if I take another set of 3 steps, it's a foul. So automatic free throw. If I were to take my second set of 3 steps and dribble again, double dribble. So you can only dribble once after 3 steps. That's it. So if you're on your second set of steps, you can't dribble again, so you can only pass or shoot. What's not allowed, you can't block or kick the ball using your feet while in attack with the ball. You can't hold the ball for more than 3 seconds, so one of the 3-second rules that we have. You can't take more than 3 steps with the ball. You're not allowed to bounce the ball, catch it, bounce it again. Enter the goal area with the ball, and you're not allowed to touch the ball inside the goal area, or charge or forcefully charge into an opponent, or run into the defensive player. You also can't throw or push the ball away after the referee takes the ball possession of it. So a lot of this is similar to like basketball in a sense where if you run into a player, it's pretty much like an offensive foul, defensive foul. Any questions so far?
Yes. So when you say they get like, or you can dribble and get an extra set of 3 steps. Let's say if you don't get to your 3 steps, and say you dribble on your second step, does the extra step roll over, or is it just like that's just another 3 steps for you? If that makes sense. So,
so you're saying, say I take 1, 2, 3 steps,
no,
dribble.
Just take 2.
Oh yeah, so if I
2,
take 1,
you still
2,
have 1 more left. Dribble. Do you get that? You get 4 steps. You know what I'm saying? Does it roll over?
No, it doesn't roll over.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions so far?
So I'm sorry, real quick. So the maximum amount of steps is 6, 3, a dribble, and 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I have a question. What happens if when that dribble, they don't catch it?
In a sense, if they dribble,
Because
and
I'm
the ball
expecting when dribbling, it comes back in their hand and they catch it, and then they take 2 steps. Like, so what if they dribble, it doesn't get in their hand cleanly, and it bobbles and hits the ground again?
Oh, okay. That's like that on that situation, it would reset because they don't have possession. So like, say if I dribble and if I don't catch it, the ball comes up right here, and I get it again, then I could do my 3 steps and dribble.
So it resets?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really need to be deflected by like a defender or anything for the, for it to reset.
Correct. However, you can also.
Because I feel like if that's the case, I would make it. I'm just me. If I'm hearing you correctly, if I know this rule, I would bobble it every time.
Right.
Exactly. And some kids, the 7th and 8th graders catch on to that,
Yeah.
and they take advantage of that.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna call that for 3rd and 4th graders because it's just.
Well, yeah, I know the lower, but I'm saying.
Yeah, so.
Older kids.
Yeah, in that case, a lot of kids do jump on it quick, and a lot of them are like, all right, I'm gonna take my 1 dribble, and when they're stuck, they'll throw it right here, and they'll barely catch the ball right here, or sometimes they'll bobble it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So they're just getting creative at that point, which is good.
That's another thing. You actually made a good point. So like if they reach, right, that's technically they don't have it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if they reach, because then they could take like 3 steps, catch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
how do you decipher with that?
A lot of times in the game, you'll see, especially with advanced players who are like 7th graders and now they're 8th graders, they understand that 1 dribble, 3 steps. So they'll like, if someone is going off on a fast break and they're over here, like they'll bounce it once, but then they make it seem as if like it isn't really they don't have possession.
Right.
Which we let that slide because in our case we're encouraging them to think more because we are a learning organization. So we let that happen because we encourage that. So in that case, it's kind of like okay, like that's fair. At any point in time, because it has happened, if parents come up to you get in your face. Just